Hi guys. So I actually have a mini rant. I usually don't incorporate any negativity on my channel, but I just want to say, like, what is up with the dislike button? And I'm not even talking about my own channel. I know sometimes my lighting sucks. There's like real life happening in my background. I don't edit my videos, etc. But honestly, I'm talking about everyone else. Like a lot of the more popular YouTube channels, that are, that revolve around like planning and journaling. Because to me, it takes a lot of courage and bravery to put yourself out there on the internet, in the planning and journaling community. And I feel like people are sharing their hearts, their souls, and their lives, with the general public. So, what is there not to like? Where other people feel the need to physically click the dislike button. I don't get it. Like, did you not like their art? Did you not like how they watercolored their pages? Did you not like their pictures? Did their planner setup not appeal to you? I mean, if that's the case, then of course everyone has their personal opinion, but I just feel like the dislike button is unnecessary. Because for me, I know that I don't share a lot of plan with me's or process videos and whatnot because I feel like that stuff is personal to me. So I don't share a lot of that. But there are a lot of people out there who are very talented and brave, and they really share a lot to give back to the community. And, it really adds value. It helps inspire others to be creative. And I don't feel like that warrants the dislike button or nasty comments. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like lately I've been seeing all of these beautiful planner and journal videos, and I'm just astonished at the number of thumbs down and like all of these troll like comments. And I mean, yes, some people use YouTube as a way to make money. Honestly, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. But there's others out there like me who are just simply sharing, and because, we like interacting with you guys and like minded people that like planners and journals and stationery and all of that. I don't know. I just don't get it. And honestly, for the most part, all of my subscribers have been really great and really kind, and I love interacting with all of you guys. And I don't know. This was just something I just needed to get out. Like, I don't get it. Like, um, just to mention, like, some of the people, like, I mean, like, Miss Vicky B and, Carrie Harling and Allie Brown and, like Rita, Amity Bloom. Like, there's so many people out there who are putting out awesome content and, sharing their lives and their processes and their art. And I'm just like, did you not like what they said? I mean, I guess for me, I'm just like, okay, fine. If you didn't like it that much, then move on. Like, I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like the dislike button is necessary. I mean, again, like, there's so many, I mean, even John Rush, My Life with Myths, there's so many people out there that, you know, are just, I don't know, like I said, I feel like they're adding value and really putting themselves out there. And then I see, like, some of these, and even other people too, I'm just not limiting it to them specifically, but there's other videos out there and like beautiful setup videos and tutorials, and then it's like, there's like 20 thumbs up and then there's like 11 thumbs down, and I'm just like, what the actual, like, I don't even know. I don't know. Anyway, I just had to get that out. I feel better now. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you guys have any idea of why you guys think that's happening, or if people are just being nasty, or like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that same thing too. Like I said, I don't really care for myself. I just do YouTube just whenever I feel like it, whenever I want to, because I enjoy sharing my love for planners and travelers' notebooks and journals. I've loved all of that stuff since I was a kid, and I love interacting with you guys, and you know, that's why I do this. Like, that's it. I mean, there's no other reason for it. And like I said, I don't edit my videos, and like I said, okay, fine, if I get thumbs down, whatever, it's not a big deal, because like I said, my channel is kind of tailored a lot differently than some of the others. But yeah, I don't know, it was just shocking. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that. But I also wanted to answer a couple of questions that I get asked pretty frequently, just in my messages, so I just thought I would just answer like 3 questions for you guys. The first question is, do you use planners for finances and or work, because you don't really show those on your channel? The answer is yes. I should have showed you guys in my 2017 planner setup that I actually use a plum paper monthly planner for my finances, and I actually just get the monthly planner and I add note pages, and I basically just use that as like a check register. Like, that is what I use to keep up with all of my bills, all my finances. I do have one sheet of expenses that I fill in each month, and then all of the note pages behind that, I just log, all of, our spending and all of that, just to balance out our checking accounts and whatnot. And then there's a space in the back of the spiral that you can put like passwords and stuff like that. So I found just having something simple like that for finances works the best for me. And I don't decorate it or anything. Like, it's strictly for finances, and that is it. And for work, since I do have my own business and I do work from home, I use a Carpe Diem A5 planner for work, and I keep that on my desk at all times. And I have no decorations in that at all. Occasionally, I may put an encouraging quote or sticker somewhere, like on a weekly page, but I don't use washi. I don't watercolor in it. It's strictly functional, just for work, just so I can see the tasks that I need to get done and keep track of everything. Like, it's not a creative outlet for me at all. Um, the next question is, what advice would you give to someone who is new to journaling? Honestly, I would start small, and by that I mean by using a smaller book size wise, so it's not as overwhelming at first. I think that you'll find like you may fill it faster and you may have a sense of accomplishment having a filled journal. Also, I think finding your own style and how you like putting your thoughts on paper, whether that's in an artistic way or simply pen to paper, is also important. Um, don't put too much pressure on yourself that you have to journal or write every single day, because I have traveler's notebooks that house journals that I only go into every once in a while or every couple of days. And you know what? That's okay. Like, we don't have to put this enormous amount of pressure on ourselves saying, okay, we have to sit down and write every single day. Some days it just doesn't happen. And like I showed you guys before, this standard size notebook, this is just memory keeping, and it just houses my 2017 inserts. And I just go into this when, I have something, like sometimes I'll pre-prep pages, and this is strictly just for, memory keeping and whatnot. And like, that's it. I don't use this every day or anything. This guy is my art journal, and again, I don't use this every day. I just go into this when I have, whenever I want to, and it's just got my Hobonichi Tacho in there, and it's fine. So I go into these guys every couple of days, or just like I said, whenever I want to. And another thing that I found like that kind of helps too is if you're trying to juggle 3 or 4 daily challenges, like if you thought that sounded like a good idea at first and now you're overwhelmed and you don't even want to touch your journal because of that, like you're feeling the pressure of being 2 weeks behind, honestly, I think that's a sign that's not working for you. Maybe reduce that down to one, or not. If your life is busy and hectic right now, like, just don't put that pressure on yourself. Like, leave it for something that you can do in your spare time that you enjoy. I also think that maybe starting with a book separate from your planner that inspires your creativity might help. Maybe in the beginning, you just want to jot down quotes, song lyrics, or just something you saw online that spoke to you. I do this a lot, and honestly, I don't feel like, there's anything wrong with it, because I do have, my separate Dear Diary journal that, I log the stuff for the day and like my thoughts and feelings and all of that. But sometimes, you just want a place to, write down quotes or whatever. And what I did in this little guy, I actually took, because I also like to keep some of the filled inserts in my notebook, well, it was making my planner too chunky. And so I moved over some of my journaling inserts over into this passport. And I'll just show you guys really fast what I have in here. Um, all of these inserts are just writing. It's simply just pen to paper, and that's it. I'm actually on volume 4 right now, and I am loving the onion skin paper from Crafty Chi. And so, yeah, I'm on volume 4 right now. And these 4 inserts, the other 3, I just like. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody called me. But anyway, these 4 inserts, I just like keeping them all together. I like looking back and seeing the stuff that I wrote on a particular day and like whatever, had inspired me, or whatever quotes I was writing down, or whatever little passages out of books I was writing down. I just like to kind of look back and see that. And so having this separate from my planner is definitely helpful. I mean, it's just simple, and that's it. So I feel like some of you that have your planner and your journal together in one book, that works for you, and that's great. But I also think that sometimes for others, it might help if those two things were separated. I go back and forth. Sometimes I put them all in one book, and then sometimes when it gets too thick, I just, I separate them again. And sometimes I move them back and forth. I change things a lot, but I enjoy doing that. And again, I just think, like I said, if you want to get started, just like I said, start out with something small, and you'll see that the pages fill up faster, and you're not staring at this big, huge white piece of paper thinking, like, what am I going to write? So, maybe, like I said, maybe just start out with something smaller and just write down quotes or something like that. So, question number 3, what do you think is the biggest planner fail? Honestly, I know a lot of people say this all the time, and it's kind of cliche now, but honestly, it's copying off of others and then getting frustrated when your planner isn't working for you. I mean, we all have different lives and things to do and things to keep up with, different family dynamics, and someone else's life may not look like yours, and that is completely okay. I think sometimes we get on YouTube and we see these beautiful, chunky planners, and we're just like, oh wow, I really like how that looks. We go crazy, buy a bunch of inserts, buy a bunch of trackers, add in all this stuff. And then, like, a couple weeks or like a month later, you're like, ugh, I don't even want to look at my planner. It's like, okay, well, just because somebody else is tracking their fitness and their meals and their water intake and their schedule and their husband's schedule and their kids' schedules and like school stuff and like, work stuff, all in one book, and they've got, all these calendars and all these trackers and all that, like, you may not even need all of that. You may not even be somebody who feels a need to track all of your online purchases and your like how many times you changed the water in your dog's dish, or how many books you've read, or what books you want to read, or what TV shows you're watching, or what you want to watch, movies you've seen, like all of those things. Like, I'm not like putting anybody down or saying anything against it. I'm just saying that, there's just so many things that people like to have in their planners on a personal level, and it works for them and they like it and they enjoy doing that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to work for everybody else. As far as planning is concerned, like, honestly, I keep my planner like very, very simple. I have, my monthly view for forward planning and appointments and stuff, just like to have an overview of the month. And all of my to dos go into my weekly planner for that day. And then I have a bookmark where I put sticky notes on it that has like my shopping list, things I need to buy, and my online purchases, so that I can cross them off when I receive whatever I've ordered. And honestly, like, that's enough for me. I write down, my workouts and stuff. All of that stuff goes in my weekly. And so I don't need, anything else, and that is perfectly fine. I do see other people with, like these planners with all these inserts and like all this stuff. I'm like, wow, that looks really fun. Sometimes I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's just not something that, I need to do right now. It's not really something I want to do. And when your planner starts feeling like a chore and something that you're dreading and that you don't want to do, then I think maybe it's time to reevaluate your system a little. And, maybe you like how, your pages look covered in stickers, but maybe you're missing appointments and things are getting lost or mixed up. I mean, like I said, you've just got to find, whatever works for you. And, yes, watch YouTube and look at Facebook and be in the groups and all of that stuff, for inspiration and ideas. But also, you're going to have to find your own jam and like what, you actually need for yourself. And if that doesn't look like somebody else's, that's perfectly fine and that's perfectly okay. And you've got to give yourself permission, to just allow that to happen. Like, it's okay. I mean, I know there's all these beautiful coordinated planners, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, all over Pinterest. That may, yes, it looks beautiful, but you know what? That may not work for you. I mean, sometimes all my stuff is matchy matchy and it's all coordinated and it looks beautiful, and sometimes it's an eclectic mess, and you know what? I'm okay with that. So, I mean, again, I just think that it's your personal life. You're planning out your own personal life, and it's just not going to look like somebody else's. I know that was like kind of long winded, but I do get that question asked a lot. And so I kind of, just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys in that regard. But, anyways, that's all I have for today. If you guys have any comments or questions, definitely leave them in the box below. Like I said, I love interacting with you guys. And, I am truly grateful for the subscribers that I do have. You guys have been awesome. I think I've only received one crappy comment in, like the past year. And, I mean, everyone has been so kind. And, I appreciate that. I love sharing. I love talking to you guys. Um, so I've been extremely lucky. I've just seen other people who have not been so lucky, and these people are just completely horrible, nasty, and again, I just think it's unnecessary, and that's my $2 on that, because I know I gave you way more than 2 cents. But I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will have another planner haul video coming up. I did order some stuff from some Etsy shops, and I have, I think, 2 Chic Sparrows, 2 Annika Hambies, and 3 Speckled Wands Travelers notebooks on the way. I'm kind of thinking about doing a de-stash soon. Maybe I will post a video here on my channel if I don't post some notebooks in one of the buy-sell trade groups on Facebook. But I think it's time to start cleaning some of them out. But anyway, yep, you guys have a good weekend. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.